This water came out of a ditch. Literally. Standing water. Edge of a field. The kind of water you would not touch with your hands, let alone drink. Murky, brownish, smells like wet soil and something worse. I ran it through this. $7 worth of materials I had in a bag. Takes about 10 minutes to put together. And what came out the other side was clear, odorless, and tested safe. I'm not going to tell you this is magic. It's not. It's the same principle used in field hospitals, wilderness survival training, and emergency relief operations in places where the water infrastructure has collapsed. The difference is they use expensive equipment, and you're going to use a plastic bottle and a few things from the hardware store. Let me show you. You already know this works. You've seen it your whole life. That's why your fish tank has a filter. Activated charcoal pulling the ammonia and impurities out of the water while the fish swim circles in it. That's why your Brita pitcher works. That's why municipal water treatment plants use sand filtration as their first physical stage before anything chemical happens. Layers, each one catching a different size of problem. Physical debris first, then finer particles, then chemical absorption at the end. What you're building is a gravity-fed version of that same stack. No pump, no power, no moving parts. You pour contaminated water in the top, and clean water drips out the bottom. The physics have not changed. They are the same physics a Roman legionary used filtering water through a leather bag stuffed with sand 2,000 years ago. You're just doing it with materials that cost $7 at a hardware store and an aquarium shop. Here's the parts list, and this is really it. One large plastic bottle. A 2-liter soda bottle works perfectly. Free if you have one in recycling right now. Activated charcoal, the kind sold for aquarium filters. Small black granules, usually in a mesh bag. About $3 at any pet store or the aquarium section of a big box store. This is the critical layer. Don't substitute it with barbecue charcoal. Not the same thing. Aquarium charcoal only. Fine sand. Clean play sand from a hardware store or sand you've rinsed thoroughly yourself. $1, maybe less. Small gravel or coarse sand for the bottom layer. Another $1 at most. Cotton balls, a piece of cloth, or coffee filter for the end caps. That's it. $7 if you buy everything new. Probably less if you have any of this already, which you might. Here's how it goes together. Take your 2-liter bottle, cut the bottom off cleanly, flip it upside down so the neck is pointing down. That neck is your outlet. The clean water drips out of there. You're going to layer your filter materials inside, building from the outlet end upward, so water travels down through each layer in sequence before it exits. First layer, at the bottom, closest to the neck, pack in cotton balls or fold in a piece of cloth tightly. This catches the finest particles right before the water exits. Think of it as the last line of defense. Second layer, activated charcoal, about 2 inches worth. This is where chemical absorption happens. Heavy metals, chlorine, organic compounds, odor, color. The charcoal doesn't catch particles, it chemically binds to dissolved contaminants and holds onto them. That's why your water comes out clear and tasteless instead of brown and wrong. Third layer, fine sand, 2 to 3 inches. This is your physical filtration stage, catching the smaller suspended particles the gravel above it let through. Fourth layer, at the top, coarse sand or small gravel, 2 to 3 inches. This is your pre-filter. It catches the big debris, the stuff you can see, sediment, organic matter, anything chunky. It also keeps your fine sand layer from getting clogged immediately and extends the useful life of the whole filter. Finish with a layer of cotton or coffee filter across the very top to keep debris from going straight through. Set the whole thing, upside down bottle, neck pointing down, into a second container to catch the output. A mug, a jar, another bottle, with the top cut off. Anything that fits under the neck. Now pour your contaminated water in through the open top. Walk away. Come back in a few minutes and look at what's dripping out the other end. Here's the one thing people get wrong when they first build this. They rush the layers. They pack the charcoal too loose, or they skip rinsing the sand first, or they put the layers in the wrong order. The order matters. Coarse to fine, top to bottom, with the charcoal sitting in the middle where the water is moving slowly enough for absorption to work. Get the order wrong, and you're just running water through dirt. Rinse every layer before you pack it in. Pour clean water through the finished filter once before you use it for real. You'll see the first pass come out a little gray from fine. Charcoal dust, that's normal. Let it run clear and then you're ready. Here's how well it actually works. A properly built multi-layer filter like this removes suspended solids, turbidity, most heavy metals, chlorine, most pesticides, and organic compounds, odor, and color. According to water filtration documentation from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and the WHO's Household Water Treatment Guidelines. What it does not remove: viruses and most bacteria. That is important, and I'm going to be straight with you about it. This filter makes visually and chemically contaminated water clean. It does not make biologically contaminated water safe on its own. If your water source could have sewage in it, animal waste nearby, or flood contamination, You need a second step after filtering. The second step costs nothing and takes 30 seconds. Boil it. 1 minute at a rolling boil kills every pathogen you're worried about. Or if you can't boil, add 2 drops of plain, unscented households. Bleach per liter of already filtered water. Wait 30 minutes and it's safe to drink. The filter first, then the bleach or boil, in that order. Filter removes the particles and organic matter so the bleach can actually reach the pathogens instead of getting neutralized by debris before it does its job. Filter plus boil or bleach. You can make any freshwater source on Earth drinkable for $7 of materials and a plastic bottle you already own. Now, here's the part that puts this in perspective. The World Health Organization estimates that around 2 billion people currently drink water from a source contaminated with feces. Contaminated drinking water causes an estimated 485,000 diarrheal deaths per year globally, according to WHO data, the majority of them children. The technology to prevent most of that is older than written history. Slow sand filtration was formally documented as a water treatment method in Scotland in 1804. Activated charcoal has been used for water. Purification since at least ancient Egypt, where historians document charcoal being stored in wooden casks on ships, specifically to keep water drinkable on long voyages. This is not new knowledge. It got buried under infrastructure. Tap water arrived, municipal treatment plants arrived, bottled water arrived, and the simple knowledge of how to clean water with your own hands quietly stopped being passed down. The filter you just built is older than the problem it's solving. I don't know why you're watching this. Maybe you're prepping for something. Maybe you camp or hike and you've always relied on store-bought filters that die on you at the worst moment. Maybe the water in your area has been in the news lately and you wanted to know what you could actually do yourself. Maybe you're just the kind of person who likes knowing how things work and you ended up here at midnight because of a recommendation you can't explain. It doesn't matter. You know how now. $7, 10 minutes, and eat water. That's it for today. I hope you learned something new and I'll see you in the next one.